Hey guys, so I'm back really quick. I'm kind of in, I'm about to get ready for work, but I wanted to go ahead and do a review of John Green's The Anthropocene Reviewed. I love it because I actually got a signed copy. Um, a quick disclosure, I have not finished this. I actually have one essay to go, but um, I'm gonna end up giving this to a coworker to allow her to read today. Um, and so I'm going to finish this today while I'm at work, give this to her. But I wanted to go ahead, do my review, and then go ahead and while we're here, hurry up and um, introduce the next book. Um, so I think what I'm going to do is keep my more scholarly books for when I go do laundry and stuff like that, because that's whenever I was reading this. And so it was a collection of essays, um, which, if you know nothing about John Green, him and his brother are fairly good, writers and have had their authorship put into movies and stuff like that. Um, John has done Turtles All the Way Down and has also done The Fault in Our Stars, which I think has recently just became a movie. So Um, I think whenever I review more scholarly things, I'm going to focus on three things and kind of review them really quick. Um, and since this is the first one, so it might take me a few more minutes. I don't want these to take more than like 20 minutes, mostly just because I, I don't know. I don't know if you guys would like a longer version, but um, the first thing that I'm going to use is, did I find the need to write in it? Like, and this can be in a good way, um, which I very much did in this book. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but every chapter I was writing, you know, different things, even if it was just circling, I think I used pretty crappy. The one that I was using recently was just kind of was a lot better. That way you guys can see. Um, so making comments, underlining things, and I did. I very much got into this, and for me, something like an essay is very important. It allows for me to get involved with the author. So I definitely give high marks there. The second, with a scholarly piece, is, do they reference other pieces, whether it is just, if it's on a certain theory or whatever, or if they are focusing on, other people that have written on it. And that very much happened here. And um, everything was referencing somebody else, bringing other scholarship in, other people that are talking. Um, it wasn't just focusing on one person, I guess. So, and that might just be because of his writing, and there being multiple essays on multiple different things. But I definitely think it was very well checked out and all that. And for me, finally, was it in a language that I could understand or that I could hand to somebody else and that they could understand? And that I think is the most important when it comes to a scholarly piece. It should be something that's accessible to anybody, not just to me, a college educated person, or to people that are well educated in the field. Now, granted, this is, not really focused on one field, but it is focused on, you know, uh, stuff that's happening. The really the hard thing about a scholarly thing like this is, especially a collection of essays. is it's a lot harder to spend time on the entire thing because it's multiple little things. So um, I'm just gonna go ahead and find uh, two of the essays that I really got into. Um, the one I definitely shared with a coworker, and it was funny. Audrey Lacing, read it. And for me, this was absolutely amazing. I loved this collection. Um, but here is, for me, and it was one of the first essays I actually wrote after the essay. Um, and a couple others I did that as well, just because I felt that for me, I needed to put down my thoughts. Um, but for me, what was one of the most amazing pieces. In this essay, it became a statement that we are here, meaning that we are together and not alone. And it's also a statement that that we exist, and is a statement that we are here, that a series of astonishing unlikelihoods has made us possible and here possible. We might never know why we are here, but we can also proclaim and hope that we are here. I don't think such hope is foolish or idyllic or misguided. And for me, something like that is very reflective on both the understanding of personal grief, but it also is a statement that allows for me to say yes. There's so many questions, but at the same time, there's so many answers that we can give. It's not a very limited event, you know, that we are here. And of course, um, I, even the way that he wrote it, I don't know how well it's going to show up, but try and get it so you guys can see. He wrote different parts in italics and stuff like that. So for me, it was very much, I don't know, I very much was brought to a closer understanding. And even though it might have been a bit difficult to understand, like I had to read it twice, but I very, very much loved that. The other one, interestingly enough, he wrote this during the pandemic, um, but he has several um, things revolving around like either the pandemic or that's a centralized thing because that's what was really going on at the time. Um, and for me, there were just entire pieces. Um, but here's another good piece that I really just fell in love with. My daughter recently observed that when it's winter, you think it was never again be warm. And when it's summer, you think it will never again be cold. But the seasons go on changing anyway, and nothing that we know of is forever, not even this. For me, that's a huge reflection on time, and you know, and it's something that is even somebody that does not do scholarly stuff and focus on that, they can touch base with that. They can understand, whenever it's really cold, or when it's really hot, but they can also understand the feeling of whenever you're really depressed and stuff like that, or whenever times are really hard. I think, especially right now, both here in the US and around the world, dealing with the economic situation and all kinds of things. But it's so hard to remember this isn't going to last forever, that, and especially when you work hard for things, um, it's going to keep going. Life continues, and there is so much beauty out there. Of course, I think it's so vital to remember stuff like that. So I think that for me, that's all I really want to say. This is a really awesome piece of literature. I highly recommend it. I definitely think I'm gonna read this again. So on the scale of 1 to 10, 1 being that I'll probably get rid of it, you know, probably as soon as possible. 5 being okay, I'll probably read it sometime again. I'll keep it probably for 5 years. 10 being I'm probably gonna reflect on back on it multiple times. I really enjoy it. Um, Even just to joy read it. Um, I think it's gonna be think it's gonna be a 9. I think I'm definitely gonna come back to it, read it again. Um, like I said, I already have a coworker that I'm giving this to today, so I'm not gonna finish this, or by the time this is gonna be uploaded, it's currently Saturday. I'm gonna upload it on Sunday. Um, but I definitely enjoyed it. If you can get your hands on this, I recommend it. It is such a good piece. But yeah, so let's go ahead and see what you guys recommend. If there's no recommendations, I'm gonna go ahead and just pick one. Um, so uh, I have. I don't think I have them really in any kind of order. So once again, there are 3 options. So there is grammar is full of life, how the way we shape a sentence can limit or enlarge us, which is by Lawrence Weinstein, another scholarly piece, I assume. Um, Not too sure. I'm pretty sure this was a gift. I don't know. Um, the next one is Perfect Villains, Imperfect Heroes, Robert Kennedy's War Against Organized Crime by Ronald Goldfard. This I actually started um, way back when I was sick and in the hospital. I started this. I don't know how far I actually got. And then I have Songs of America, Patriotism, Protest, and Music That Made the Nation by John McKay or Meacham and Tim McGraw, um, which is, I don't know. So this is Songs of America. This is all about writing, and this is all about Robert F. Kennedy's organized or crime against organized war. For these, there's not really I don't know. There's not really a book blurbs for them. They're kind of more self-explanatory. Um, but I'll leave that up to you guys about what you want to read or what you want me to read, and then I can come back and review. Otherwise, I'm just gonna pick one, and then we'll go from there. Uh, Quick update on the bulk plan. I did get approval from the author. I reached out to him, and he got back to me. So I'm super excited about that. And of course, so that series is going to start probably next week. Um, Probably tonight when I get home from work, I'm going to do the video for the flute, which is somewhere. But like I said, I'm very limited on time today, so. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I hope you guys are filled with peace, love, joy. See you later, guys.